acting like a newly married couple by taking an extended vacation in the bone zone. The time for sideways price action is slowly coming to an end. And you do not want to miss out on these 3 top altcoins that are both fundamentally and technically on the verge of bustage. I'm your host, Spitz Magoo, and with Bitcoin in the biggest bone zone battle in history, what comes next for the gentle giant? And what altcoins are looking juicier than ever before? Big shout out extra. Turn these absolute time-sensitive alerts as well. Make sure to enter for our Ledger or equivalent BTC competition. All you have to do is leave a comment below. It is for subscribers. And follow my Instagram for a second extra additional one as well. Only a day and 17 hours left. And as well, if you're interested in any other bonuses or trading, make sure to check out the pinned comment below. And without any further ado, let's dump in. Wow, so it's no surprise that Bitcoin has been spending an extended amount of time within the bone zone, just trading in between 57 and 58,000 US dollars, dipping all the way down to the mid $55,000 range at this point. But just looking at these charts, guys, on the 6-hour chart, still being held down immensely by the 21 moving average on the 6-hour chart, which got a bearish cross with the 50 going below the 200 moving average here on this same chart as well. After prior to that, we got a bearish cross with the 50 going below the 21, and now the 50 is going below the 200, okay? And then right when this cross happened, Bitcoin went from about 64 down to about 55, and we just got another cross here. However, again, this is a major lagging indicator, so not nearly as much of a short-term momentum swing as the 21 going below the 50. And again, if we look on some of these shorter time frames as well, this is the 1-hour chart. The previous was the 6-hour, this is the 1-hour. Still though, and on the 4-hour, all of these key moving averages are acting as significant resistance for Bitcoin, and it hasn't been able to get above any of them. Okay, again, look on the 6-hour here. It's just every time it comes up to this 21 moving average, it just gets rejected. And if we go to the daily as well, we have coming up another bearish cross with the 21 going back below the 50. We just had a bullish cross back at the very beginning of October when Bitcoin was about pretty much where it is now, and then it rallied all the way to 69,000. Nice. US dollars. But yeah, now we... and again, this is not a guaranteed cross, but a few more days of dumpiness, and it will be cemented there. Just something else to watch. But really, most importantly with Bitcoin, again, getting this weekly closing above 58, which we still have 4 days, so we could kind of just dabble in this dangerous zone for a little bit here still, and still have a pretty good close, weekly close coming up. But again, yeah, with Bitcoin, obviously, momentum is very boring and a little bit dumpy. Those are the two words to describe Bitcoin: boring and dumpy. But with that as well, I did want to cover a few top alts. Specifically, Matic is just a coin that both fundamentally and technically, and I've been accumulating this for a while as well, but this is just a coin that as well looks to be completing a textbook backtest similar to Ethereum's current position, although a slightly different structure, but initially had a breakout here back towards the end of last month. And yeah, we've been kind of just back testing this previous level of what was resistance. And again, yeah, I'm just very bullish on Polygon with, the old ticker is still Matic. But yeah, extremely, if I would have to pick one coin that I'm just very, very bullish on, both technically and fundamentally, it'd probably be Matic. But equally as bullish, in my opinion, fundamentally, is Chainlink. However, as I'm sure many of you know, Chainlink has been an underperformer for quite a long time. I mean, it hasn't really done too much over the past couple of quarters. It's been pretty quiet. It absolutely went insane back in 2020. Right when the bull run was kicking off, Chainlink was one of the ones that absolutely surprised everyone, or a lot of people. And back then it was just insanely massive. And now obviously we're kind of just still also within a very similar structure as Matic here. However, not quite as bullish in my opinion. And this is one that I think will absolutely pop off, very much so, and take a lot of people by surprise. Although I'm just not as bullish on this one in the very, very short term price-wise. Fundamental-wise, yes, it's, in my opinion, again, I think it is one of the most undervalued coins there is. Even though it is a top coin, has a pretty large market cap, it still, in my opinion, is significantly undervalued compared to most of the other coins in the top 20. So that as well. Oh, and also I did want to mention ADA as well, which does not look bullish at all. In fact, we actually just talked about this in a bearish context a few days ago, and it's dumping a little bit. But this is a coin, again, long term, that I'm keeping my position for. But these are levels where I'm sure you've heard this a lot because a lot of people are saying this. I mean, it's very dumpy. These are levels where you do want to accumulate more. I mean, when coins are hitting all-time highs, that is usually not when you enter. For example, things like sand, which, again, I made a video back in January of this year, and I very rarely make like top altcoin videos, usually because I like to try to keep the coins that I talk about only big coins, because I don't like talking about very small coins, because they're riskier, obviously. But sand was one of the coins that we talked about back in January of this year, and obviously it's done really well. But again, like I was just mentioning, this is usually not when you want to be entering positions here. It's usually, unfortunately, because a lot of people don't like this, it's usually when coins look disgusting like this, like ADA. That's usually when you want to enter positions. And when coins look amazing, you usually don't want to FOMO into them like sand or even like Crow here. Again, which is absolutely popping off to the upside. And again, as I mentioned before, I've had a crypto.com link here for like 2 years, and I've been buying Crow for multiple years as well. So I have a decent amount of Crow, and I've been bullish on it for a while. This is one of the coins that people were holding on forever, myself included. I would pull up the app, look at it, and be like, wow, it's not doing anything. Okay. I didn't sell it though. That's the point. I kept it because I knew eventually it would pop off. So it required an immense amount of patience. And now obviously that patience is being rewarded. Just in the last month, it's up, like 400%? Absolutely insane. And obviously the marketing behind crypto.com is, you almost can't get better marketing. Just renamed the Staples Center about that. They have really good advertisements, just a lot of good, not to mention crypto.com is obviously like you can't get a better domain name or URL than crypto.com. So, and it's also not a meme coin. Okay. So that's another problem I have, like coins like Shiba, which we pointed out yesterday was about to dump, and it has been dumping. Remember we talked about this descending triangle. It has been dumping. This is a coin that, probably should not be where it's at. Let's be honest. Same with this. Doge should not be where it's at. Ever since Papa Elon stopped tweeting about Doge, it hasn't been doing very well. And actually, I think he's still tweeting about it, just nobody cares anymore. These are coins that, again, so risky. But the reason I'm talking about things like Crow, Matic, Ethereum, stuff like that, is because those are not nearly as risky, in my opinion, and they're fundamentally what crypto should be about. They're actually trying to do things. They're not just putting a picture of a dog on a coin and saying, yes, buy dog coin. So it's really important to, obviously, if you're investing your money, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you're investing your money, it's probably important to invest your money into things that are not just memes. Okay, I know people love memes, but I mean, it's money for pizza's sake. Why are we putting so much money in dog coins? And Ethereum also, this is another most obvious, the very top altcoin. In my opinion, I just think we will be seeing a 5-digit, yes, $10,000 Ethereum before the cycle ends. I'm just so bullish on it. The gas prices are obviously broken, but Ethereum is just so crucial to cryptocurrency as a whole. What it has done, what it's birthed, and what it continues to do is just very big. And price will appreciate when altcoins start rising. Ethereum is going to do well. And again, technically, this is just a very bullish structure as well. It's a very long-term ascending triangle. Not only just Ethereum versus the USD. I just pull up here. Ethereum versus Bitcoin is something, again, we've been watching this for years at this point. We've been following this for years. And just real quick, if I could just kind of just highlight what it kind of looks like here. Versus Bitcoin, we had an initial break here back at the very beginning of 2021, kind of a retest, and have just been climbing ever since, all the way up to over about 8% of a Bitcoin. Currently we're at 7%, but I absolutely 100% believe this is going to go to at least 10, and potentially, as I talked about back a year ago, I said 15%. A year ago, I said it would eventually be 15% of a Bitcoin. And yeah, I believe that is coming. So I think Ethereum is going to continue to absorb some market share there, as I do believe a lot of altcoins will. And obviously, Bitcoin dominance, we take a look at this. This is what Bitcoin dominance was for most of its life up until 2017, above 95, 96%. And look what's happened in the last 4 years since then. Okay, topped out right about 3/4, right around 75% at the very height. Okay, and it's just been down since then. And if a true alt season really does come over the next few months, Bitcoin's going a lot lower, okay, potentially 30%. maybe even lower than that. The lowest it's ever been so far is right at about 35%. So I absolutely believe it will go below 35% in the future within the next couple of months. If this is a new channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, absolute time-sensitive alerts as well. Make sure to enter. All you have to do is leave a comment below. It is for subscribers. And yeah, we'll do a second one as well in 1 day and 17 hours. But for anybody that's following my one real Instagram account, which is the one below. I keep getting comments, how do we know it's the real Instagram? Because it's the one that I'm telling you is real. I don't really know how else to prove that I'm me other than by like making a video of me, or with me, telling you that this is me. And if you can't click the link, I will just put a little pop-up with a spelling of my Instagram so you can see. I don't know how else to prove that I'm actually me, because I feel like some people think that I'm not me. And as well, if you're interested in any other bonuses, make sure to check out the pinned comment below. Thank you for the review. That's it for me.